again, hello, because we're always making leaps for mankind here on Studio 10. But this week, there was another step for mankind on the moon.
That's right. It's because a private U.S. company has successfully landed their spacecraft on the moon. And Claudia is here in studio to tell us more about this exciting day in history.
Yeah, you guys, when this company sets their goals, they make sure that they are out of this world, literally. It was an incredible day for the space industry and an incredible moment for the future of space travel altogether. Take a look.
I was just a little kid. I was sitting on my grandmother's floor and watching it on a little black and white TV, and the whole family was kind of crowded around. And we watched Neil Armstrong, come out of the capsule.
It's been 55 years since Neil Armstrong took his giant leap for mankind. Half a century later, the moon's newest arrival has safely landed.
What we can confirm, without a doubt, is our equipment is on the surface of the moon, and we are transmitting.
The spacecraft Odious made its risky landing on the lunar surface this week. The private company Intuitive Machines IM lander, nicknamed Odie, successfully touched down after a rocky start to its initial descent.
So this particular spacecraft took about 6 days to get to the moon, and it went into orbit around the moon.
The Abrams Planetarium in East Lansing has been keeping a close eye on the most recent lunar landing.
This is changing how we think about space travel because it is a private company. So rather than everything being publicly funded, instead we are paying a company to help take some of the payloads up to the moon. And so this is a test of that.
It's a big deal for space study, and it's a big deal for the future of space travel.
This will be exploring things like, how do we measure fuel tanks? What is it like when we actually land spacecraft on the moon? What are the cameras doing, and how can we use that to get better data? All of this is helping us understand how we can travel to the moon better and make it a safer experience when we do eventually send humans back to the surface of the moon.
It's the first U.S.-made vehicle to make it to the surface since the Apollo missions in the early 70s. It's also the first spacecraft to make it to the underside.
They're going down near the south pole of the moon, which should be interesting because all of the Apollo missions that went were more near the equator of the moon.
And this all could change the way we see the moon, and maybe change the way we travel.
Welcome to the moon.
It's actually a really cool video if you want to watch the whole thing. It is online, but we do have more of the video and more information at WILX.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claudia. Definitely cool to see how things constantly change. And if we see that this happened right now, imagine like just in 5 years, 10 years, what's to come.
I love it.
Okay, would you rather have a, cheese, what did we say? Cheesa, or go to the moon?
Go to the moon. Any day, all day, every day.
Exactly.
Thank you, Claudia.
No, I'm just laughing. We got to do a would you rather.